Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So it does take a little bit to get live on my cell phone, which I'm using right now. So let me know if you can hear everything okay, because I don't have my other phone with me. That way we can actually get into the video. So one of the things that I want to discuss is getting food stockpiled, guys. It's something we all need. Don't be like the masses where Boxer Mom, good to see you, my friend. Guys, let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't have my other phone on. All right, good deal. You guys, get food put back. Don't be like the masses that I see and speak to 3 to 5 days to 1 to 2 weeks worth of food in their home. That's it. And most of that's reliant on refrigerator food, freezer food. I'm very blessed that we have a community of preppers here on the platform. Most of the stuff we talk about, most of us know. But now I'm always trying to reach others that haven't ever started prepping. I spoke to many people that's never prepped. They come across my channel and they start prepping. Am I the 100% answer for prepper information? No, we just show you what we do. We try to, bring information out. Virginia Roots, good to see you, my friend. KT, good to see you. Deb, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hope the wife is healthy. Yes, my wife is feeling better. There was an infection that had to be checked out, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but we thought her appendix was going out because of what was the pressure that I was applying on her. My worry was an appendix, and thankfully it's not. We still got to do some follow-up stuff with specialists and things like that, but she is feeling better, so we're still going to get all that stuff checked out. Guys, food. All right, we see everything, and I'm not here to scare anybody, but we prep for a reason. For those that get all bent out of shape when the news is brought to you, and when we're preppers and talking about it, and y'all get all bent out of shape and, oh my God, I can't believe you're saying that. It's scaring me. I don't know why you're here on the prepping channel. We don't prep for the good times in society and life. We prep for the bad shit that we're going to see happen. All right. Kamikaze, I've been prepping for decades. Never stopped learning new prepping techniques. Yeah, same here. There's always something new out there. Anybody says they got it all figured out, hey, maybe they do. I don't have it all figured out. But with that being said, I got sidetracked. Happens all the time. I'm exhausted, guys. We have an upcoming video with Black Forest supplements, turkestrone. I'm not tired because I've been taking the supplement. I'm tired because since I got back home, I went on my fasting diet with my exercise. In other words, I'm cutting out a whole lot of calories because I'm trying to trim down to show muscle results. Because if you guys have been following me, 2 hours more food in your body, the easier your muscles build. I'm operating on about 700 to 800 calories a day, plus working out every day. And I'm exhausted, but getting the results. So I got another week of that, and then we should have our video on that supplement done. Dex J, good to see you, brother. How are you doing? Glad to hear the missus doing better. She is, man. I appreciate that. To the whole community, when I put that post, guys, when I was in an emergency room, it's just, when it's your wife, man, wife or kids, I can take a beating. That's fine. When it comes to my wife and stuff, well, we're going to make sure she gets checked out. That's for sure. So back to, the fear porn, fear mongering, you guys, information is key, especially when you're trying to prepare. Going to other YouTube channels that are bringing you reports out of certain areas and trying to put connections together, that's not something to be fearful about. That's to educate yourself, all right, to make decisions, see what's going on, and apply. But it goes back to what I've always said. Don't react prepping, ever. We prep so that when stuff happens, we don't have to rush to the store and go buy as much as we can because we already got it. All right. Did you survive? I didn't see that. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Make sure you have enough for at least 1 dose of iodine. You want to make sure you have iodide, potassium iodide. And what that does, guys, that it blocks the thyroid. It floods the thyroid, keeps you from pulling in specific radioactive isotopes into your thyroid. All that does is keep you from developing thyroid cancer, okay, due to radiation material, rays, and all that good stuff, nuclear, all right? If you are exposed to this stuff on the rest of your body, you will suffer injuries. So potassium iodide, yes, it will block the thyroid, but it will not protect your entire body from other effects of radiation. So we stock that up, guys. We have Iosat. We also have another brand that we picked up through MIRA, Thyrosat, I think it is. Thyrosate. It's a big yellow box. You know, you can get this stuff. Actually, I think you can even buy it on Amazon now. I originally bought Iosat on Amazon. Then we got affiliated with other companies. Later on, we started buying their brand of stuff. But buy whatever. But please make sure you understand that's not 100% effective protection against radiation. It just protects your thyroid. You can still die from radiation. All right? That's all it does. So I want to make sure I get that information out to everybody because I see that a lot on the internet. People say, well, I got my potassium iodide, I'm good to go. No, you're not. All right. Basically, guys, when that stuff, my recommendation, and I am not offering medical advice, I'm talking about a prepper standpoint. This is to be taken during a nuclear attack and also when you go to evacuate out when there's nuclear radioactive debris. But again, it's not a one cure-all thing. It adds protection, but that's it. All right, scrolling through here, guys. I'm sorry. All right, scrolling through here. Hoot Owl, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Good to see you're home. Yes, I am very glad I am home. Also prevents your thyroid from absorbing radiation. Yeah, that's all this medication does. Your body can still be susceptible to medication. Now, let's go ahead and go ahead and talk about food. Since we're already on the topic, guys, food, I've done videos on this when it comes to nuclear fallout and stuff. As long as it's sealed, you're good. Just wash it off, you're good. Your canned goods, your dry goods. That's why we like Mylar, vacuum seal, bags, stuff like that. The radioactive debris will fall onto the containers. All you got to do is clean it off. The food inside is still good from fallout debris, all right? We're not talking about a blast site. A blast site is a different story, okay? You don't want to eat anything out of a blast site. But where the debris has fallen, your canned goods and stuff like that are safe to eat. You just make sure you wash everything off. Don't eat fresh vegetables and stuff like that, guys, because that stuff's on there. Let's see here. Don't use conditioner, your hair, radiation exposure. Yeah, do not use conditioner. You can use shampoo. Do not use conditioner. Conditioner helps bind the material to your hair follicles and scalp. Also, I covered that in one of our earlier videos talking about nuclear radiation, surviving fallout. Now, I've done videos on this in the past, guys, before this was even a topic with the whole stuff in Ukraine and Russia. But now when I discuss it, then I'm pure porn. But when I discuss before, I was crazy. Imagine that. Maybe I am crazy. But I've always been prepared for just about everything. So, and I've also seen in the comments, you cannot be prepared for everything. You'd be amazed what you can be prepared for if you actually work on it. Asymmetrical preparedness. Good to see you, brother. How are you doing? So guys, when I had my community post, I put a link in the description of my video talking about urban city versus rural prepping. I had posted asymmetrical preparedness video there, and I would just put AP, but everybody thinks either AP is Alaska Prepper or Angry Prepper, both great guys. But that particular video was asymmetrical preparedness. Guardian Prepping, good to see you, brother. How are you doing? Again, guys, make sure you get food. With everything going on, don't chance it. make sure you're stocked up. What's good about being a prepper, guys, is that no matter what happens, you always have food in your home. You always have water filtration. You know, this is why we always talk about make sure you have your bills paid up. Like if you're renting, that way you can't get kicked out of your home. All right. One of the other things interesting though is that when I was down south looking at, you know, the hurricane there, when we went down there, I read the comments prior. People, well, maybe they'll learn and they'll be prepared. Doesn't matter how prepared they were. If somebody was renting an apartment or they own their own home, stuff like that, when that hurricane came in, it destroyed their living quarters. I mean, they lost everything. So it doesn't matter how much they were prepared inside their home as far as SHTF events. Natural disasters is a big player. I've lost a lot of stuff. I lost stuff to a house fire. Fortunately for me, I've always been move stuff around, don't have it all in one location. And the reason being is because I've had lost everything in one location. But yeah. Also, guys, I want to thank everybody that donated towards that cause. We were able to feed a lot of people, help out a lot of people with stoves, propane, fuel, even bug spray. Bug spray is key, guys. Trust me, down here in Florida, bug spray is key. So bug spray, stuff like that. I got to work with Wick Actual and his team. If you go to my community page, you should see links for Wick Actual and also Master Chief 88. Both these guys I was out there with. Make sure you subscribe, guys. They're still down there. They're in Fort Myers right now. Last I saw, they teamed up with Cajun Navy, I believe it was, and they're still cooking like crazy, bringing in supplies. I mean, they are just nonstop out there. So definitely check those guys out. And to all y'all that helped in that situation, y'all really helped out. We were able to get down there and help a lot of people, and that's because of you. All right. I was going either way, but I was only limited on what I could do. Because of you guys, we were able to do a lot, and that helped a lot of families. It really did. A CFP with a like is only one click. Oh, help. That's how tired I am, brother. I thought you said, hey. Yeah, guys, clicking the thumbs up and subscribing, of course, it helps. Our channel is going through a lot of stuff, guys. You've noticed that some of the videos are starting to change a lot more, like we did the exterior wall demo. I went ahead and built an exterior wall. That was a video we released yesterday. And I got my brother and we threw some rounds through it. So I can show you guys what a normal construction home will not stop bullets. Okay? Because this is one of the big things I talk to people online. They got to type in their, expert opinion. So the best way to do it without arguing is to build a wall, shoot a bunch of holes through it, and show you it doesn't even stop at 22. Now, there are some homes that have brick on the outside. There are some homes that are made out of stone, things like that. Okay, whatever. The majority of homes are built exactly like I built that. They have a OSB 7/16 plywood on the outside. They have the 2x4 studs, and they have 1/2-inch sheetrock filled with insulation. That's your exterior wall. The homes in my area are vinyl siding. Just depends on where you're living at, but the majority of homes are built like this. And that's why we picked that particular design when I built it, because actually the majority of homes in America are built with that wall. So that's why we did it that way. I read plenty of comments on that. Stucco and all that stuff. Stucco is brittle. Yep, you shoot right through stucco. But, I try to actually show you guys the stuff instead of just talk about it. Jess Films and stuff. Definitely do appreciate the super chat. This is actually the first time I've ever seen your channel. Jan, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Scrolling through here, guys. Give me a second. Airborne preparedness, brother. Again, I couldn't have put all this stuff together without your help, man. Airborne preparedness used to be our tent life. He changed his channel name. Without his help, this could have been a complete fiasco. There was a lot of moving parts. He helped me out a lot. Also, I don't have the paperwork with me. It's in the trailer. I got my Stop the Bleed certification through Airborne Prepper when I was down there. So yeah, that was pretty cool, being able to get all that, because that definitely, if you have the chance and opportunity to take courses like this. We were fixing to leave the next day. It was late. It's like, you want to go ahead and take the course? I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So very awesome. All right, scrolling through here, guys. Came in late. YJ Overlander, good to see you, my friend. Yes, the wife is feeling much better. Thank you. Someone needs to invent Kevlar plywood. Yeah. So there's many different things that you can probably put in your home. One of the biggest things I kept seeing was sandbags, all right, in your walls. For those that have been with my channel for a while, when I lived in Apopka, I showed putting sandbags in our wall and putting the sheetrock back over. Yes, that does help. But I also want to stress something. If your house is off the ground, sandbags weigh a lot when they're full. All right, so keep that in mind if you decide to do something like that. You know, if you're renting an apartment complex, I don't recommend tearing the walls out, because if the landlord ever finds out, you'll probably get kicked out. All right, scrolling through here, guys. Ghetto, definitely do appreciate you getting that channel up for me. Thank you so much. So, get back into it. Putting a raised bed to bed. Putting a raised bed for the winter while listening, laying greens on top, adding chicken manure. Oh, okay, you're out there working in the yard. Awesome, awesome. My brother right now, he's fixing to move some of his chicken coops and stuff so we can keep a better eye on them and stuff like that. So he's been working on that. Don't put faith in money, guns, etc. And a whole bunch of stuff I'm not able to understand. All right, well, definitely appreciate you spamming my channel. This is a preparedness channel. We teach people to rely on themselves and prepare. Have a walk with God. Absolutely. That takes care of your spiritual things. But most of the things we go in life is what we're going to go through in life. So that's why we teach preparedness. As a response to that other one. Do you raise quail? Yes, Brett, we do raise quail and chickens. All right, so when it comes to the fuel, all that stuff, guys, have stockpiles. All right, it's really that simple. It's really that simple. Rotate all stockpiles out. People get confused on what they need to be doing. Just keep prepping, keep stocking, and rotate. That's what we do. Is very simple. Keep track of your dates. Keep track of your temperatures. That's got to be one of the biggest keys. I've seen people have sent me videos and photos and stuff of their canned goods and dry goods sitting in outside buildings with no air condition, and it's like 102 degrees outside. Canned goods won't even last to their Best Buy date, and you know, the Best Buy sell date, they won't even last to that in extreme temperatures. All right, so you need to have this stuff regulated. This ain't spam, don't bear. Oh, well, somebody please remove Modest Sister there, because yes, it is spam. All right, we stock up on TP now. Yeah, we keep toilet paper. I know Canadian Prepper, he has those toilet paper tabs. He was the first one I've ever seen on YouTube have those. I don't own any of those. We vacuum seal our toilet paper. That's what we do. I don't even take the cardboard out, because I just smash it flat when it's vacuum sealed. It's sealed. It works good. All right, guys, scrolling through here. I'm piling my, for my camp stove, butane for my other stoves. I have a shed filled with barbecue briquettes. We have some barbecue briquettes. I don't keep much of them because the humidity's so bad down here, and I have to store them in an outdoor. I have to store those in an outdoor building, and they still pick up so much moisture. But I got acreage of wooded area behind me on property. Most of the time I just cook with sticks, honestly. Very, very rarely do I use barbecue briquettes when I'm cooking. Usually I just make twig fires, just like I've done for years as, you know, camping and doing survival training. It works fine. Build a coal bed up, and that's what I usually use. Now I will use our grill. I do that a lot. Just put it all in the grill. But propane and stuff like that, yeah, definitely keep your propane up. All right. Scrolling through your Van City prepper. Good to see you, my friend. Van City, since I have you, I'm not going to put you on the spot. I'll try to email you. I want to get up with you and try to get a live stream collaboration with you. And also Prepping by Faith, I would like to have on the channel too. So no pressure. Just email me or I'll email you, and I'm hoping to get something set up with everybody. It's been a while since we've done a collaboration with anybody. And Ark Living. There he is, Arkansas Living, guys. How you doing, my friend? Trying to restock my gas and diesel here lately. We keep, see here, on hand, we got, yeah, I'm having to count because I took a lot of fuel with me when I went down south. I got 32 gallons of gas on site. I got more than that in other locations. 32 gallons on site. And that's designated just for generator use alone. Now we have other fuel for the vehicle, but usually with the vehicle, we usually just pull from our offsite, fill it up, and then take the empty cans and go fill those up. So they're always cycled through. Makes it much easier. The generator fuel, man, I've used that generator fuel, and it's a Harbor Freight generator, by the way, guys. I've used that stuff 8-9 months in, and it runs fine. Because it's a generator, you know, kind of like a lawnmower engine. It works great, but I wouldn't recommend putting that in your newer vehicles. And I've seen a lot of arguments on that. Well, I fired up a vehicle that was 20 years, never ran, but they're also talking about a carburetor. All right, they're not talking about the fuel injection systems that we have now. Also with the smog pumps, the O2 sensors on the exhaust pipes, which like my Tahoe's got 4 of them. They're not talking about using old gas in a newer vehicle. They're talking about using something from like a 76 vehicle or older. So yeah, those older vehicles, yeah, they'll burn. But I'll also tell you this much: when you're using a lot of old gas, you better have some spark plugs also for your vehicle, because you're gonna be burning those things out as well. So that's why I always say cycle through. Apartment Prepper, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Don't forget CO2, smoke detectors, fire extinguishers. Okay. I'm not CO2. I don't know why you need CO2. Smoke detectors should already be equipped in everybody's home. Fire extinguishers, we keep a handful on hand. You know, that's to deal with small fires. But I don't know what is CO2. Are you talking about carbon monoxide detector? Is that what you're going with? What are your thoughts on solar panels and power stations, especially with the limited computer chips and computer components available? Solar generators are going to go up in prices and also harder to get, mainly because of the lithium, the batteries. That's going to be the biggest issue. We have a stockpile of solar generators. We actually took down a whole bunch of solar generators with us when we went down to Florida, and we gave those out. And I was doing some testing on the Ford Patriot, by the way. And by the way, guys, till November 30th, that's that sale that Ford Patriot has on theirs. They'll be discontinuing the sale on the 30th. So, you know, I do like Ford Patriot's products, guys. They're the only company that I know that actually has a payment plan. So that's up to you guys if you want to do stuff like that. I am affiliated with them, so I work with them, and they have good products. I've been showing a lot of their products. But I like having solar generators, solar panels. We keep a lot of extra parts. We keep those in Faraday bags and Faraday cages. Everything from charge controllers, inverters, extra panels. But technically, your panels should be good as long as they're not hooked up. They should survive an EMP or a coronal mass ejection from the new research I've been looking into. But once they're hooked up, now you got a giant antenna array. But if you want to just be safe about it, build you a Faraday cage for it. All right, scrolling through here, guys. I'm way behind. But I did want to get a live stream, guys, going. Alaska Prepper, good to see you, my friend. Can't chat because I'm driving, but wanted to stop by and say hello. Alaska Prepper, brother, I really do appreciate all the help that you have shown the channel and all the help that you did helping us make this happen for Florida. Really do, brother. Guys, so down there, it was a lot. It was a lot. I was basically manning the stoves most of the time. Airborne Prepper, he was able to communicate more with the people around us and stuff, but he was also busy as can be. As soon as I got done with pots of food, he was dishing them out, handing them off, running them to vehicles, stuff like that. It was, as soon as we started, it was nonstop until we finally loaded up. It was just wide open. It really was. And, you know, having other people in the community like Bug Up Bushido open up his home for us so we can rest up and stuff, that was a huge help, because we were going to be sleeping in the truck. That's what we're going to do. We were going to sleep in the back of that thing. Another reason why I brought the solar generators, and I'm also a fan, because it's hot. Thankfully, we didn't have to. We had a place to lay down. We had a place to shower when necessary. You know, that helped us out a great deal. All right, scrolling through here, guys. Should stockpile food to the raptors? Absolutely. Absolutely. Always stockpile food. So when it comes to food, guys, we got another food prep video coming up. I should have that out next couple of days. I've got more Mylar videos coming out from our affiliates, Wallabies. They now have a Mylar sealer that they offer on their channel now. So they sent me one of those. I'll be doing some testing out for you on film. I've already tested it out. It works really well, but I want to get it on film so you guys can see it. They sent us some of the MRE style bags, some of the black bags. They sent us all kind of bags to be doing reviews on. And we've been using them for almost a year now, I think it is. Close to. Yeah, I like using their products. So for those that actually purchased Mylar through them, through our links, that does help us out, because anything you buy through our links, we make a small commission off of. It helps fund a lot of stuff. So with that, we got those videos coming out. I have to do a video on a safe. We had a small safe come in, and I have not had time to do with it. I was going to do that when I was on the road, but I didn't have enough time. So we do have a couple review videos that we are behind on. We'll get those out to you guys. CO, carbon monoxide, okay. All right, scrolling through here. Never underestimate the power of a cast net. No, I agree, absolutely. Ghetto, definitely do appreciate you putting Wick Actual's channel up there for us. All right, scrolling through here. Prepping, definitely do appreciate the support. Support where I can. Well, brother, I definitely do appreciate that. If you haven't been over the Guardian Prepping's channel, I definitely recommend you to go over there. I have had him on the live stream one time, I think it was. Pretty recent. Been speaking to him online for a good while now. Great dude. Definitely recommend following his channel, guys. All right, scrolling through here. Van City Prepper, definitely do appreciate the super chat. It does help us out. It really does, guys. I meant, besides food, what is the second best prep? Oh, MacArthur. Besides food, of course, water filtration. That would be a good water filter. All right. Really recommend it to have a good water filter first, or a type of water filter first, because you can only go up. Just depends on the climate you're in. Everyone says 3 days without water, but I've been out there, and I've some places you'd be lucky to get 2 days without water. All right. So water filtration, having some way of filtering out water. When it comes to storing water, guys, there's all kind of ways of storing water. Those 55-gallon drums like what we have out here to collect rainwater, even 5-gallon buckets, food grade 5-gallon buckets with lids, all that stuff. Stack, fill them up, stack them up. As the key point of water storage is rotation. After 4 months, 6 months, I recommend doing it every 4 months. Dump it all out, clean up your containers, fill them back up again, seal them up. You got so much water on hand no matter what for the next 4 months. You don't have to worry about it. 4 months later, go back and filter it out again. I've done many videos on that. We've done that, cycled through our water and stuff. We keep so much water on hand, and we have our water filtration. So water filters would be number 2, and really should be number 1. But what I'm expecting to be coming our way, I think you need to get food more than anything. Food prices are going to get really, really stupid. Okay, they're going to get bad, and mainly because of shortages. And when a major conflict happens, we will see that. So food for sure. Water, yes, it's good to have water stored up, but see, my thing I'm thinking is it's going to be a food issue. It's going to be a power issue. Fuel, of course, fuel. Thankfully, most of our stuff that we run here is solar. We have a gasoline generator for a backup, but we got solar generators, stuff like that. But most people don't have this. If you're relying on a gasoline generator, I recommend having fuel put back and cycle it. All right. One of the easiest way to cycle fuel, as long as you're using a good container, put it back in your vehicle, fill that back up. That way it's always cycled, it's always fresh, it's got plenty of octane in it, and it doesn't sit for a while. Now you can go get the octane booster and stuff, not octane booster, I'm sorry, fuel stabilizer, but it just depends on who you talk to. I try to go with the manufacturer recommendation, anywhere from 6 to 8 months to a year. Now, that's a big what if, and they're taking in consideration your storage. Do you have it out in the direct sun? Is it excessive heat? There's a lot of things, and some of the most loaded questions I see here on YouTube when I get asked questions like this is, well, how do I store such and such, or how long does it last? I don't know how you're storing it. That's the thing. Storage of everything we prep is key. Okay? So, scrolling back in here, guys. Question, what type of cord should I purchase for a 2,000 plus watt solar generator? I have no idea, because that's not enough information. What type of cord? Are you talking about the MC4 connector solar cable that goes to the panels, or are you talking about an extension cord to run out of the outlet to go plug in something? I'm not sure what exactly you're asking. All right, scrolling through here. Love to see a video on how to make bleach out of pool shock. Yes, I've actually already done that. YJ Overlander, yeah, we've done that. And we've also shown how to make fire from pool shock and brake fluid. I've done that too. All right, scrolling through here. How long do you think before we start seeing what's going on in Europe happen here? Blue collar, I have no idea. I have no idea how long we're going to see what's happening in Europe here. Mainly because I don't know what our politicians that are behind all this stuff are doing. I don't. All we can see is what they're doing, and just be prepared for it. That's it. That's it. I'll never give dates, nor will I ever give dates, because I'll be shooting in the wind on that. I have no idea. All right, scrolling through here. I have 24 solar panels on my roof in Australia. I'm trying to get a system inverter battery that I can hook up to my existing panels when the grid goes down. Have you heard of people doing this? Yeah, I think I have 24 solar panels. Okay, so with solar panels, you need to have battery banks. Okay, you need to have charge controllers. As a matter of fact, you go to my playlist, I have a complete breakdown, Solar 101. It's a 2-part video showing everything from hooking up solar panels, running the cable, to charge controllers, inverters, battery banks, the whole 9 yards. There's a lot of components. Just hooking up a inverter to a solar panel is not advisable at all, because the current coming in from that solar panel is not controlled, and it can burn up your inverter, and also burn up appliances that are hooked up to that inverter. You want to go to a charge controller. Charge controller goes down to the battery bank. Your inverter feeds off your battery bank. It's a steady stream, goes into your appliances. So you don't want to have directly just to a solar panel. All right, scrolling through here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get in here. Make Spire. Yeah, that blows up. Yeah, it does. Led Zepp girl, I did not see you come in. There you are. Definitely do appreciate you coming in. I got to meet Led Zepp girl and her husband, I don't know, a month and a half ago, something like that. They got to come down here and I got to meet up with them. Awesome people to meet. Really enjoyed our time together. So yeah, definitely good to see you, my friend. All right, scrolling through here, guys. All right, so anyway, please keep getting food put back. I mean, it's normal stuff we eat, guys. The reason I like the canned good stuff is because it's good for 2 to 5 years. It depends on what it is for a best by date. But if it's stored correctly, it lasts much longer. All right, key, storing correctly, temperature control. Your dry goods, man, some of those dry goods last 25 plus, especially with Mylar, oxygen absorbers. This is food that no matter what, you have food. Just like when I originally got hurt, we were living off of our preps because the paycheck I was getting wasn't much for workman's compensation. We relied on the preps. There's been many times, small personal SHTF events that you have to have this stuff. Rotational stock. That's also very key. Get up to a 2-year supply of rotational stock. I always recommend a rotational stock of food, canned goods, dry goods before you ever go buy the long-term food storage. You can get it at a fraction of a price. But when you get to that 2-year mark, I mean, we buy the long-term food storage because we're at a 2-year rotational stock. Long-term food storage, 25 years. You don't have to worry about it. You can stick it in a closet somewhere. For those that don't really want to get too involved with prepping, you know, rotational stock, stuff like that, then yes, the long-term food storage stuff, you can get a couple boxes of it, shove into a closet somewhere, and forget about it till you need it. Those are very, a good idea for people that don't want to get that much involved with it. At least they have food. Personally, though, I recommend you to stay on your game and stay involved with prepping. There's a lot of stuff with prepping, all right? A lot of stuff that will actually help you in the long run. So definitely recommend you stay working on prepping. All right, guys. Hoot. I hope people work on their preps before they go crazy Christmas shopping. Yes, and I would also recommend, throw this out there, prep for Christmas gift ideas. All right, just like my mother-in-law, the hookup that we're doing for her. Well, it's going to be for Christmas. I know, horrible son-in-law. But it's a solar generator. It's got a propane stove. It's got 4 Patriots food. It's got all kind of different supplies that no matter what, she's safe and secure. Now, granted, my wife's buying her the nicer things for Christmas, but that's my Christmas gift. A supply drop. I know. Bear with me. But, that's an idea, guys. All right, guys. So let me get wrapped up here. What are you top trading preps? Bartering items. We did videos on bartering items. Actually, a couple of them. There's plenty of different things you can barter. Mainly everything. Just about everything. Honestly. There's so many things you can use for bartering items that people don't have. Let's just take... I'm going to take something from what I learned out there near Fort Myers when we did the hurricane relief. Water filters, food, medicine, feminine hygiene products, gasoline were probably one of the biggest things that were being moved. Really was. Now, as a prep-related stuff, we've done everything from morale-boosting food, candy, stuff like that, hygiene, medication, precious metals. I am not a fan of bartering ammo. I don't want to arm somebody that might come back. So, anyway, there's more in-depth videos on that. I'm trying to go off the top of my head, and I'm exhausted. Being truly prepared as a lifestyle, not a pastime hobby. Dragon Shield. I agree. But but I know people that they don't really want to get too much involved. But, you know, if they just get a water filter and some food put back, they're actually better than most people that don't have anything. So, all right, scrolling through here. What is your favorite prep? The most used prepped item? I don't know. Our most prep used item is our rotational stock of food. We eat off that all the time, and when we eat off of it, we always replace it. So technically, that's the most used prep we have. Now, if you're talking about an item to buy and use, well, our solar, we use that every day. You know, that's our solar that powers our trailer. We basically live off grid with that, with our solar, our battery bank system, inverter. So that would be that one as well. Having power, we can cook food, we can boil water, we can do everything with our solar. And the key is large enough inverter, large enough battery banks, and enough panels to run it all. So storage of your power is always key. So I guess it would be solar would be my biggest prep that we use all the time. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I got some things to take care of. Farmer Son Prepping, good to see you, my friend. I just now see you pop up there. And another great channel, guys, if you haven't been over there. Same with Ghetto. He was up here. I don't know if he's still here or not. He's got his own channel, too. He's one of our mods. All right, guys, definitely do appreciate it. I'm going to go spend some time with my wife, and I am going to, well, I'm not going to rest up. Actually, I got to go work out again. I'm exhausted. I can't wait. I can't wait to get this done, and then I can just eat like a fat boy again. That's going to be great. All right, speak to y'all later.